Dudes, it's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we got Echoes of Veilbreaker today, and we're going with patch notes. Just a forewarning, if you've been watching my previous videos, I said pretty much expect this to be a hot fix, and I predicted correctly. This is pretty much just a hot fix. As far as new things being added, you're looking at pretty much only Kahl mission stuff being added. There's a couple new Kahl mission ephemeras, there's going to be a couple new Kahl mission mini boss fights, and just a couple skins. So as far as brand new stuff, you're looking at the main brand new stuff right here. We've got the Scott landing craft. This is going to have a special ability that you can summon in Grenier troops to help you out in mission. They don't do too much damage, but they can be a distraction and maybe kill some low-level stuff. And we've got two new ephemeras that are related to Archon shards. So I'm guessing it's not showing how it's supposed to look right now. But this is the one that you can basically jam an Archon shard into your frame, and it will show what it looks like. There's two of them. Actually, yeah, this one is also like this. So it's basically like a bone mohawk is kind of how I'd look at it. This one's going to look a lot different. It's going to like fly around your Warframe. I guess the preview is not very good here, but yeah. So those are what you are going to be able to get. I'm going to show those on stream tonight. By the way, my live stream will be live a little bit later. I saw this update was really underwhelming, so I went back to sleep, honestly. It's nothing to write home about, for sure. It's pretty much just quality of life. quality of life. I just woke up, too, as you can tell. So, let's go over this stuff. Yeah, like I said, guys, don't get too excited. Don't get, like, too ready for, like, some crazy stuff. They even forgot some big, important bugs to fix, too. So, they got plenty of work to do. And if you remember, the new update, Lua Prey, will be most likely in December at some point, which they're touting as a bigger update than this. I would definitely hope so. Alright, so we're going to go over the entire patch notes of Echoes of Veilbreaker Update 32.1. So, as you can see right here, there's these two Narmer boss fight guys. These were going to be optional boss fights put in Kahl missions number 2 and 3. So, just to put this in perspective, the guy holding the hammer right here, this will be in the Junk Run boss fight. It will be hidden, too. So you're going to go off the beaten path, apparently, to find this boss fight. And if you beat it, you will get this hammer skin, which will be purchasable in the market. So if you don't want to purchase it in the market, and you have access to Kahl missions, you can do that to get this skin instead. It looks kind of goofy, but whatever. Additionally, the sniper in the background, that's going to be a mini-boss in the Prison Break Kahl mission. So if you don't have access to either of these two and you're still on Sneaky Sabotage, there's nothing in Sneaky Sabotage that's new. So what this says is basically just that. Sprague is hiding in the Junk Run mission, and Venka Tel is in the Prison Break mission. And you can buy them in the market, like I said, but you can get them for free. Let's actually take a quick look at how much they cost in the market, because I'm actually kind of curious. This is a skin you can literally just earn in-game by doing a Kahl mission, which, you know, not everybody has access to Kahl missions. Let's see how much they cost, platinum-wise. Okay, so you're saving 105 plat by doing a Kahl mission, it seems like. If you really wanted this skin. Looks like the little disc things rotate around. That looks pretty cool. But, you know, I'm not really a big hammer user. I don't know about you guys. I don't use hammer weapons that often. But this could look funny on Exodia Contagion Zaws. Since Exodia Contagion Zaws, you can build a hammer version with, like, the Rob V. It will inherit whatever skin you have on it. So, for example, if I did an Exodia Contagion Scythe with the Candy Cane skin, it will become a Candy Cane Exodia Contagion. So that might be pretty interesting and funny looking. And it's just a sniper skin. Looks pretty cool, though. And then it looks like the landing craft is 210 plat. Remember, the ability for this is summoning a Grenier dude. And then, before we even get to there, there's another Styanax new helmet. Kind of wish that he got some quality of life changes after they made his 4 less usable. But we get a new helmet instead, because this is Warframe in 2022. Alright, going back over the patch notes. So yeah, basically you can save 100 plat if you have access to that, but at the same time, are you really saving 100 plat if you don't want the skin in the first place? I'd say no. Styanax new helmet, which went over that. And I believe it will come from Nightwave credit offerings eventually, that helmet we were just looking at, so yeah. There's also a new Styanax glyph. There's also going to be, there's a new dojo room. So it's an Ostron dojo room. There's 140 new Ostron decorations for your dojo if you want to decorate your dojo. I am looking, once we get crossplay, guys, I am going to be opening my clan. It will be a crossplay clan, and we'll be having a clan over all platforms. So I will be definitely doing some dojo decoration eventually, but not right now. And hopefully, if anyone wants to join, you'll also know how to do dojo decorating. New chipper offerings. We already went over this. The ship, Archon ephemeras. I'll have to unlock them to actually look at them, but you know, they're just ephemeras. Don't have any combat value. Actually, these are like the flex ephemeras. So the shard ephemeras, you can show everyone that you have Archon shards if they don't have them. And especially, it will show if it's a Tau shard too. So you still have a Crimson Tau shard. That's the only Crimson Tau shard I ever got, so don't get too worried about that. But if you were someone that had like 3 Tau shards, you could equip one of those ephemeras and just like brag. And yeah, they're terrible to get, so I guess that's just what they want. They want us to feel bad that we don't have them, and there's no way to work towards them. So yeah, there's 2 of them very similar looking, honestly. There's a new Ember starter bundle, which looks like it's Nakana. Yeah, Nakana weapon, Ember helmet, and then some essential heat damage mods. It's a pretty good starter frame, I'd say. This used to be a Nidus bundle. I think Nidus is a really good starter frame, too, because he's got the built-in health regen. But yeah, Ember's pretty good, so whatever. It's pretty easy to get, though, because he's only on Saturn, so a little bit of rip-off. You can buy that once per account, by the way, the Ember bundle. Archon Hunt changes and fixes. Guys, don't get excited. I thought there was going to be damage attenuation changes today. It doesn't look like there are. We'll read what they got here. Chippers on defense target and Archon Hunt missions. Just basically a thematic thing. Doesn't seem to do anything different. Fixed Archon Hunts. Enemies applying enemy defense buffs in a different way than sorties. That's why you sometimes not armor strip the enemies in Archon Hunts, okay? So these are some bug fixes right here. I don't see anything that's actually a change. It says Archon Hunt changes. All they did to change is they made Chipper the guy you're defending, which is just a visual thing. Okay, so after 2 months, they made 0 changes to Archon Hunts. Good to know. Good to know. Even though they told us damage attenuation was being changed, you literally can't even use an AoE weapon to kill a Archon. Unless you want to fire for like 45 minutes straight and be using ammo pads constantly. Alright, here's the biggest change of the update. And that's pretty sad to say. I hate to admit it. Cumulative challenges change. Progress on Break Narmer challenges now persist between mission runs rather than being reset for an incomplete challenge. The Break Narmer mission progress screen will now show your challenge progress. So they told us they were going to do this like over a month ago. We got it now. So if you are someone that thinks call missions suck, because they do, this will make them a little bit less of a headache. You can go in there, get kill 3 sentients or whatever the challenge is going to be, and then if you're supposed to go 5 sentients, you can go and redo it later if you want to. I don't think that really changed the fact that doing these missions twice is just crappy in general. Like, let's see if they change the challenges. Like, these are challenges I could probably do in one run, you know? Get 10 kills while using the jetpack, release 3 dogs on the guards. I mean, that might be hard to do. Or not hard, but I don't know where these are, so I'll be doing this later on stream. We'll see how that's feeling. I'm going to try to do that new boss fight, too, on stream to get that 100 plat hammer skin that I'll probably never actually use. And maybe I'll make a hammer video now that I've got that, since, this update has pretty much nothing going on. Alright, so continuing on. They've added some new call mission challenges. I'm not going to read those all out, basically. There is a challenge to beat these optional mini-bosses, though, guys, so there might be weeks that you are going to have to do it. Alright, Breaking Our Missions collectibles challenge are now spawned. So they spawn so many collectibles now in the call missions that even if you miss a couple, there's still a possibility you'll get all the ones you need, because they'll spawn more than you need. Okay, some quality of life stuff. Increase the kneeling animation speed of call. Good thing we got that one in there. Fixed. If it's anything like this fixed, it's not really worth reading, in my opinion. I have already reviewed all this stuff, and one thing that's been missed, quite obviously, is the Trumna weapon. Did you know the Trumna weapon, the primary, does not build its secondary fire shots off of damage over time kills right now? It's been a thing for a while, and it makes the Trumna hard to use. Hard to actually justify using. I mean, it still kills stuff, but it makes charging the alt fire a real big pain in the butt. It's supposed to get 5 kills, then release like a big death blast. Only base damage kills are counted for the big death blast. 5 kills right now. So they need to change that. I can't believe that wasn't in the patch notes. They changed a couple other things. Okay, blah, 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 blah. PC and Xbox cross-platform play changes and fixes. So basically just made some stability changes, added a numeric suffix to player names to better identify players for the purposes of invitation to squads in chat and cross-platform play. Your suffix can be found visiting your profile. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that means that everybody has like a little number next to their name now. So for example, my username has always just been Gaz_TTV. I have not like put a number in it, and look, I have a number in it now, so number 269. If I go and look at somebody else's random like username in like trade chat or whatever, like this guy right here, I bet he's gonna have a number next to his. Yep. Broad's tier has 855 on their name. So this is the thing now. So hopefully it doesn't annoy you because everybody's going to have it now. It's just what they have to do for cross-playing and all that kind of stuff. Now, those are the type of changes that I'd like to see, because I feel like that means they're actually moving in the right direction to get this out. It feels like it's going to take even longer. It's definitely not going to be fully out this year, but we do have another month, I guess, a month and a half, or more like 2 months. Okay, blah blah blah. Dojos now behave the same way as relays in terms of cross-platform play settings. If 2 players on the PC, okay, who cares? Basically, they're still working on it. Okay, I'm not going to go over every little line. Iron Wake is now home to a very special memorial for a late 10.0 Data Reaper. Oh, there's a memorial to a player in Clem's Fortress. I appreciate that. Thank you, DE, for doing that. That's very, very wholesome of them. Captura changes and fixes. Okay, if you care about Captura, there you go. I'll put the patch notes in the description for sure. Armor attachments are now available for the Drifter. Okay, maybe I can actually make the Drifter not look dumb now, because I thought the Drifter looked really dumb. So lots of customization options to your Drifter. Probably one of the biggest changes of the update. People have been asking for this since last year, so there you go. This is the first step forward, bringing more customization options to the Drifter. For transparency on the process, the team is required to go through every single attachment and modify for the skeleton of the Drifter. Why is that our problem? We don't design this stuff. You design this in a way that it's not easily adjustable. So if you're doing every armor piece at once, you should have designed it better in the first place. Is the way I look at that. That seems like a poor use of time and coding experience to make it like that, where everything has to be one at a time. So I don't even want to read the rest of that. I don't want excuses. I don't. The updates are getting worse and worse. I don't want excuses. Updated the operator drifter customization screen. Okay. I'll probably look into this later tonight, because it looks pretty good. It definitely looks good. It seems like them spending all that time doing one at a time. That is dumb. I didn't like having to read that, but this UI looks better. And there's a search function now for customizations. That's good. That wasn't here before. Wait. You couldn't search for armor before. They might have just been talking about the Drifter, because I'm pretty sure you could have searched for armor before. You search Prime. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least for frames that was the thing. I don't know about for the Drifter. All right. Well, I don't think there's gonna be too much more in here, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble, but this is pretty much a hot fix. Made changes to auto install mod logic for Warframe. Auto install valued survivability. Okay, auto install's finally been changed. Okay, no, I have to see this now. Auto install would give you the literal worst melee builds before. Let's see what it gives me on, sure, the Vastalok. Let's see what kind of Vastalok build it's going to give me. I did use this in my Anaros build the other day. Stat stick. All right, we're gonna ruin this build and we're gonna auto mod it and see what happens. Because before it would put on Maiming Strike and then what's that one where you wall latch? All right, auto install. It still puts on Proton Snap for some reason. But hey, that looks like a somewhat okay build, besides maybe Spoiled Strike and Proton Snap. So if I was super lazy, I could probably level the weapon up with a build like this. So I'd say better. It doesn't have Maiming Strike. They probably just said, hey, no more Maiming Strike auto mod. No one uses Maiming Strike anymore because we killed it. So don't use that. So, okay, cool, I guess. The logic now is going to take ability stats like duration and range below survivability. Added value to certain quality of life mods for players that don't have base ability stat mods yet. I'm guessing that's talking about broken mods. They buffed some broken mods, I suppose. Added FX flare to the syndicate rank icon. Okay. It changed the UI for the haunted interior decorations. Got it. Changed Azima's alt fire disc duration to 30 seconds. By the way, guys, that whole Mesa augment buff thing with her 1? That's pretty good on the Azima. So now they buffed the Azima to have a 30-second duration on a disc. Maybe I'll buy an Azima ribbon and try that out. But basically, long story short, they nerfed it because there was some AFK strat with the Azima to 11 seconds duration because it was a long duration before, because I think you could use energized munitions. Now it's 30 seconds. So they triple the duration from the nerf state, which is better than before. Okay, and then all this stuff's optimizations. Not reading it. Fixed the dual mode chamber on the Fel Ark's not working. So they finally fixed that. I might have to try that one out. I've been using the auto reload on the Fel Arcs, and I've been really enjoying that. But you know, maybe the fire rate is like good enough that I could. It's worth it. I don't think it will be worth it to me, but we'll see. Primary and secondary ammo pickups only being picked up if the player presses reload while standing near them. That's kind of weird. Lots of this stuff is little bugs, and there's plenty of things that. Oh, here's a big one. Prime sure-footed, having a very small chance of knocking the player over. Did you guys? Yeah, a lot of you guys probably already knew this. Prime sure-footed, it might say 100% knockdown resistance on it, but prior to today, it was actually like 99.9%. There were times where you could still get knocked over by prime sure-footed, even though it says 100%. So hopefully they fix that today. It would not happen, obviously, because it was 99.9%, but it would happen sometimes. So, good, I guess. I'm surprised it took that long, because it's been like multiple years that way. Okay. Fixed energy motes generated by the emergence dissipate, not providing energy picked up by a necromech. Okay. I'm guessing that means it works on necromechs now. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So yeah, a bunch of this stuff. If you want to read this, go for it. It's not really anything super important though. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Oh, they fixed the compressors, additional bubbles, not exploding when okay. No. I have to try this because I have a multi-shot compressor riven. Let's see how weird it looks now, because we have a lot of multi-shot in the compressor. I have a lot of multi-shot. Okay, so this was not working prior to this update. 18.2 multi-shot. I've got 183 on here, 60 here. This will go to 230. So while we're finishing up the patch notes, I'm going to head over to the simulacrum, and we're going to, take a look at how much multi-shot we're getting here. Okay, so the rest of the stuff on here, fix the crash and boarding railjack, cruise ships, like that kind of stuff is in every update. It's a glitchy game, so these are the types of things that we have to deal with. Fix steel path, void fissures being visible while not in the steel path, and vice versa. That was very annoying because you'd think like the steel path has different fissures than normal path, and it's like I don't want to do like a normal path, Mariana or whatever it's called, like the low level exterminate. So that would be kind of annoying to kind of bait yourself into thinking there's a fissure there wasn't even there. So okay, we got the compressor now. What the heck? That's okay. That might need another fix. DE. That's blinding. Okay, let's get some galvanized stacks here. They changed the compressor clearly. It's like a crewman or something. That might be a really good CO procer now that multi-shot works. But if it's going to blind yourself, maybe it won't. Alright, let's get a couple kills here. Why is it so blinding now? Is that because of all the multi-shot? That's a gigantic death bubble. Okay. I don't know why I have to get flashbang with cartoon explosions every time I fire this gun off, but it seems like it could be kind of cool if we can somehow get rid of that effect. Yeah, I don't need that muzzle flash. It's like a cartoon level muzzle flash, dude. I feel like I'm in the Looney Tunes when I'm firing this gun off. Okay, well, at least it works now, so that's better than not working, I suppose. Multi-shot Riven's gonna be pretty crazy. But yeah, they should probably fix that. Fixed Warframe ability duration stat increasing every time you mouse over the helmet UI molt efficiency. Interesting. Lots of bug fixes here. Trumna's still broken. Apparently Sepulchrum is also like that. And yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff. Also right here, known issues. Sepulchrum does not charge alt fire shot from dot killed by the weapon. Also, how about the Trumna? The Trumna as well. I'm sure the Mausolon probably too. You were messing with something behind the scenes. So overall, guys, not exactly an exciting update. If you've been waiting to get into Kahl missions, I guess now is the time. But as far as I'm looking at it right now, this is a minimum viable product, and I don't think that it should have been really referred to as a major update. Although I don't know if they're really calling it a major update. It was pretty much a mainline update because it's got art stuff and there's those boss fights they added. So I appreciate that, but at the same time, I think most players would agree that Kahl missions should not really be a focus, and actual Warframe content should be a focus. Where was the Archon Hunt quality of life changes? Where was the Archon Hunt loot changes? Where were some stat changes to Archon shards? This one is not that great. How about a different stat instead of health efficiency on orbs? those are the types of things that keep a game like relevant and like interesting. The things they change today is not what keeps a game relevant and interesting. Like, this is all we're getting until December at some point. And this is not really like exciting. This is not really, you know, things I'm seeking out to play. I'm gonna do this. And also the newest things they added are just one and done. You fight this guy once, you get the hammer skin, you're done. You fight that guy once, you get the sniper skin, you're done. You buy the ship once, you're done. And it's a lot of stock. 120 stock to buy the ship. So that's gonna be like, oh, I believe that's actually over a week of doing every challenge. And that's also you not buying an Archon shard for that week too. So they're kind of just like, hey, do you want an Archon shard? Do you want 200 plat for a new ship skin that you probably don't even need realistically? Let's see if we can investigate the ability while we're in here. But yeah, I've seen what it does. It basically just summons in like a couple Grineer guys, and they'll help you out. They have a duration just like on call. It's not like a permanent like Grineer troop that follows you around. Well, where is this thing I'm looking for? Orbiter landing craft. Okay, so the new ability, I can't even look at it until I unlock it, but yeah, it unlocks a Grineer guy for you. All right, guys, hope you found this video fun and helpful. Yeah, I will be doing videos every day. Expect probably some information about the maybe a new hammer build. How about that? Maybe like a Fragor Prime build or something like that. I'll be live in a little bit too. I went back to sleep because this update sucks. And yeah, don't expect too crazy of gameplay. I'll just probably work on new videos. I'll do my Kahl mission, work on some new videos, maybe get the ephemeras, take a look at those, do some fashion frame maybe, and you know, cry myself to sleep. All right, guys, take it easy. Hope you have some other games to play, and yeah, I will see you later tonight on Twitch. Peace.